But listen, I want y'all to see something.
Listen.
Listen to this.
I just wanted to tell you the good news. Well, and I'm coming to see you. I thought you said we were engaged. Your ass was already engaged.
You hear Tracy?
I'm Towanda, the middle sister. I have a husband, 2 beautiful kids, and I'm Tony Braxton's assistant.
Covered by lying.
I'll figure it out.
She about to cry. What's wrong?
Yes, she is.
As time.
You can't touch Trina when she's crying. As time go by.
Is this cheese?
Put your hands on my face like that.
Let's change this.
I have a question. Who put out that horrible, terrible, bad rumor that y'all broke up? Who did that?
Your sister.
No, I did not start that rumor.
Why is he single? Something in the milk is not clean. Period.
It's time for the percolator.
It's not easy breaking people's hearts.
It's not.
Hold that thought, please.
Okay.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
You know, she couldn't do a
Yeah.
lot of things. But she did fulfill her dream. She released, what, 3 albums?
She did. She really did. She did.
And it
And-
doesn't matter if it went platinum, gold. She still fulfilled her dream no matter what.
Yeah,
She still did
exactly.
what she wanted to do.
She was.
She got her point across no matter what. And then I see a lot of
Yeah.
people saying about me and my father working it out. We're getting to the point where we are, we okay. We're talking. We're good. Now, there's a lot of hurt that happened behind, but I might want to understand that it was a lot of things that progressed before my mom passed away. Like,
Right.
y'all
But
don't
guess
know.
what? But that ain't nobody business.
It's not
though.
okay. I can talk about one thing at least. Like before my mom passed away, we had a loss of Lauren.
Yeah.
So everyone's still grieving Lauren, and then my mom is sick now, and that happens. But as far as me and my father, we're okay. We're good.
Something strange seems to be unfolding around Ashlee and the Braxton family, and the situation feels more confusing as time goes on. For years, Ashlee spoke openly and clearly about the abuse she said she experienced. She shared her story in interviews, on camera, and online, and each time, the details stayed the same. The dates matched, the events lined up, and her account never shifted. That kind of consistency made people believe she was being honest about what she went through. But now, without much warning, her tone has changed. She is suddenly playing down what happened and suggesting that it may not have been as serious as she once said. That sudden change leaves people wondering what caused it and why it happened now. This is not the kind of shift that usually happens on its own. People who have lived through abuse do not normally wake up one day and decide their pain was exaggerated. When someone spends years standing firmly in their truth and then starts to soften it, it often means something outside of them has changed. That could be pressure, fear, or influence from someone else. Whatever the reason, the change feels forced rather than natural, and it opens the door to uncomfortable questions about who may have stepped in and why. For a long time, Ashlee's story never wavered. Whether she was speaking casually or giving a detailed interview, her words stayed steady. She never contradicted herself, and the facts remained the same. That level of consistency is rare, and usually comes from someone who knows exactly what they lived through. That is why her recent backtracking stands out so strongly. Now, she is suggesting that maybe it was not that bad, or that she may have reacted too strongly. Statements like that do not feel like healing or growth. They feel like retreat. When survivors start to minimize their own experiences after years of clarity, it often points to outside pressure. Someone may have encouraged her to stay quiet, to rethink what she said, or to consider how her words could affect others. It raises the possibility that she was made to feel responsible for protecting someone else's image. That leads to an even bigger question. Who benefits from Ashlee pulling back her claims? It is certainly not Ashlee herself. Softening her story does not bring her peace or closure. Instead, it only creates doubt and suspicion. If anyone stands to gain from her silence or confusion, it would likely be the family. The Braxtons have carefully built a public image over decades. Their brand is tied to success, unity, and respect. When allegations or uncomfortable truths surface, the focus often seems to shift toward protecting the family name. In situations like that, the person who speaks out can quickly become the problem rather than the harm that was done. That makes it fair to wonder whether Ashlee was pushed to change her story to keep certain issues from becoming public. The situation becomes even darker when you consider how, quietly, her voice has existed online. Ashlee has shared videos and spoken about her experiences for years, yet most people never saw them. Her content rarely reached large audiences, and engagement stayed low despite the seriousness of what she was saying. That does not happen by accident every time. It creates the impression that her voice may have been intentionally kept small. Whether through algorithms, lack of promotion, or other unseen methods, her story stayed buried while the family's image remained intact. Another detail that continues to raise eyebrows is Ashlee's physical resemblance to Towanda. Many people have pointed out how similar they look, from facial features to bone structure. The resemblance is strong enough that it has sparked questions for years. While there is no public DNA test to confirm anything, the visual similarities alone have led people to wonder if there is more to Ashlee's parentage than what has been shared publicly. Those questions grow louder when you factor in the confusion surrounding Ashlee's birth certificate. She has claimed that her mother's name was removed from the document. That is not a simple change. Altering a birth certificate requires legal steps, court approval, and official records. It cannot be done quietly or casually. This means either Ashlee was misled about what happened, or someone went through serious effort to change the paperwork. Both possibilities suggest that the truth about her origins may have been deliberately hidden. When you connect all these pieces, a troubling picture begins to form. The physical resemblance, the legal questions, the silence around her upbringing, and the sudden shift in her story all point in the same direction. It starts to feel less like confusion and more like long-term concealment. Ashlee's uncertainty about her own past may not be accidental. It may be the result of years of being told a version of the story that protected others while leaving her in the dark. Despite being linked to a famous family, Ashlee's attempts to speak out never gained the attention one might expect. Her story remained on the margins while the spotlight stayed firmly on the Braxton's success. That imbalance makes people wonder how many layers of control were involved in keeping things that way. Whether through pressure, silence, or quiet suppression, the outcome has been the same. Ashlee's voice stayed small, and the truth, whatever it may be, remained hidden from the public eye. Another part of this story that adds even more confusion is Ashlee's relationship with her father. She has said that he wanted her to stop speaking publicly about her experiences. She has also claimed that she received threats and began to feel unsafe simply for telling her story. That alone raises serious concerns. Parents usually step in to stop lies or harmful behavior, not to silence their own child when they are speaking about pain. If her claims are true, it suggests that he may have been trying to keep something hidden. Whatever it was, it seemed serious enough for him to try to control what she said and how far her voice could travel. When you look at everything together, the pattern becomes harder to ignore. Her videos staying unnoticed, the pressure she says came from her father, and the family's repeated effort to manage public perception all point in the same direction. Ashlee may not have been ignored by accident. It starts to look like her silence served a purpose. And if keeping her quiet helped protect the family's image, it leads to an uncomfortable question about what they were afraid would come out. There is also the strange situation involving Ashlee's siblings. For a long time, she never mentioned having brothers at all. Then, out of nowhere, she revealed that she does have brothers and that they are her half-brothers. That detail changes the family story in a big way. It raises questions about who these men are, where they have been, and why their existence was not shared earlier. Family details like that usually do not stay hidden unless someone wants them to. The timing of this revelation feels important. It does not come across as a simple oversight or something she just forgot to mention. Instead, it fits the same pattern seen throughout her life. Information about her background appears to have been tightly managed, shared only when someone decided it was safe to do so. This kind of control often happens in families where reputation matters more than openness. In Ashlee's case, the late reveal of her half-brothers only adds to the feeling that parts of her life were kept from her or from the public on purpose. These hidden family connections could also explain why Ashlee has seemed confused about her own history at times. If adults around her chose what to share and what to hide, it would not be surprising that she only learned certain truths later in life. Being raised with partial information can distort how someone understands their identity. Each new detail she discovers does not clear things up. Instead, it adds another layer of uncertainty and leaves people wondering what else may still be missing. This situation also needs to be viewed within the wider context of the Braxton family's past. Ashlee is not the first person connected to the family to speak about abuse or trauma. Tamar has shared painful experiences of her own. Trina's former partner has been linked to public controversy, and other conflicts have played out over the years. When similar issues keep appearing within one family, it becomes harder to brush them off as unrelated events. What makes this even more striking is the difference between what the public sees and what may be happening privately. On television, the family presents itself as open, dramatic, and honest. Viewers are led to believe they see everything, but behind the scenes, it appears that protecting the family name often comes first. In that kind of environment, people who speak up can quickly become a problem rather than being supported. This backdrop helps explain why Ashlee's recent change in tone feels less like personal growth and more like pressure. Looking at the situation this way makes it clear that Ashlee's shifting story did not happen in isolation. It fits into a larger pattern where control, silence, and image management have played a role for years. Her experience is not just about one person changing her mind. It reflects a family structure where difficult truths may be managed instead of addressed. It is also important to understand how childhood experiences shape memory. Children rely on adults to explain the world around them. If they are told certain stories repeatedly, those stories can become reality in their minds. If Ashlee was given incorrect or incomplete information about her parents, her documents, or her siblings, she may have accepted it without question. Memory is not a fixed recording. It is influenced by what we are told and what we are allowed to know. None of this takes away from what Ashlee went through. Her pain does not disappear because of paperwork issues or family secrets. Abuse is still abuse, regardless of who raised her or what name appears on a document. If anything, the possibility that adults controlled or manipulated her understanding of her own life only makes her situation more troubling. When you step back and connect all the dots, her changing narrative begins to make more sense. Confusing records, hidden siblings, outside influence, and years of pressure could easily cause someone to question their own memories. This does not mean she was lying before or lying now. It suggests she may have been caught between truth, fear, and what she was allowed to say. Taken together, the clues are hard to dismiss. Her sudden shift in tone, the resemblance to Towanda, the birth certificate issues, the late discovery of half-brothers, the lack of visibility online, and the alleged pressure from her father all point toward the same idea. There may be long-held secrets, and someone may be working hard to keep them out of view. Even without clear DNA proof, the circumstantial details are strong. The family's history of managing public stories, the gap between their public image and private struggles, and repeated accounts of harm all support the belief that Ashlee's voice has been limited for a long time. Some parts of her story may be unclear, but her trauma is real and deserves to be taken seriously. So now it comes down to you. Do you believe the theory involving Towanda? Do you think Ashlee is being pressured into silence by her own family? Could something bigger be hidden right in front of everyone? Share your thoughts in the comments. Every detail counts, and if there is more beneath the surface, it deserves attention. Stay curious, question what you're told, and remember that the most unsettling truths are often the ones hiding where no one wants to look.